What's up and welcome to this week's episode of How Not to Summon a Scenario, part 2 of how would we make the perfect harem anime.
Jim keeps laughing even faster. Sheeny's here with all the answers. A podcast full of fun romancers. Rolling dice, no time to think. Chaos comes before you blink. First create another scene. Messing up in ways unseen. How not to summon a scenario.
You know what else I wanted?
What?
Twins.
So you want 7?
I think he should meet some twins.
I don't think they should be part of his party.
Let's fill it out as well. Another magic user who can help teach him magic.
I don't think he should be part of the party, or those two should be part of the party. I think they should be two separate ones that are just like, oh, we want to join you, but there's so many of you.
Put them in the pie.
Oh,
them in the
come
pie.
on, that's like
Twins.
7.
Yeah, put twins in the pie.
No, I want them to be part of another party. And there's a guy in that other party that is crushing on both of them, but they don't want him. They want him.
Yeah, I think he should have some twins. And
Because then also you can have Bro. You've got Bro from the other party that look like is friends with him.
I don't think my perfect harem anime would have another male in his party.
No, not in his party, in another
Oh.
party. That's what I'm on about.
No, one that tries to buddy up with him because he likes the girls that he travels with.
The twins. I told you, you could then have twins that always want to go with him, but he's like, no, you're with them. And he's
Yeah,
always
I
got
guess
that
so.
denial side with those two.
But I want them to be magic users
Yeah, no, that's
and
fair.
teach him stuff. Teach him magic and bits and pieces like that.
Thunder, it should be one is like electricity and fire. Like one electricity,
I was thinking
one
light and
fire.
dark.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Play on that trope.
Oh, yeah, one's got to have like dark hair and dresses in like dark gothy shit. And then
Sexy
one
goth
in like...
girl.
Yeah.
Sexy angelic girl.
Yeah, yep.
You know, and that is the trope that these twins, you know, they were
Yeah.
born with as yin and yang, like light and dark. Like, you can call them yin and yang if you really want to do, but...
No,
like-
we're not going to call them yin and yang.
But light and dark twins that
Yeah, I
teach
like
him
that.
magic and then are both gobsmacked that
No,
he knows
I've got it.
light
May
and dark.
and Mai.
Yeah?
May and Mai.
And he knows light and dark magic, and they're like, what the... Like, nobody knows light and dark. It's either light or dark. Like, that's another thing in this world, is that, like, if you're born with light magic, you can never cast dark magic.
I've got a twist.
What?
I got a twist that I like. Tell me if you like it. The guy that we're setting up for this other party is the guy that's the bad guy.
We can have it that the guy from the very first episode that he takes out is given the same sort of opportunities as him and is wandering around with a party that he crosses paths with often.
Yeah.
But he maintained his memories and knows who he is, but
Yeah.
realizes that this other guy doesn't recognize him. And
Yeah.
he's like,
So he cozies up.
So he keeps an eye on him. Yeah, he just
You
keeps
see,
an
I like
eye
that.
on him.
And then
But
eventually...
you don't really get that. You don't really, as the audience, when you're watching it, you're like,
They're friends.
something's not right with this other guy.
I want them to be
but-
friends.
Yeah, they're
like proper friends.
Right, they're mates, but there's always this hint of there's something not right with him.
Yeah.
And then in the final episode, he stabs him in the fucking back.
Yeah.
His
100%.
memories return.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you remember me now, don't you? As the knife fucking buries into his back. And he's just like, yeah, and all those memories.
Oh,
come
and then
flooding back.
hello, friend.
Yeah.
And just, that would be perfect.
Because he joins up with this other party that this other guy's a
But
part
I want
of
the
to
light.
take down
I want
bad
the light
guy.
and dark to be clueless about it.
Yes,
like
yeah,
both
yeah,
of
yeah.
those should be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's done this. What
Yeah.
are you doing?" And like him basically be like, "Fuck off. You like him, so I don't need you lot anymore." And he, perfect.
Yeah, and that's when fucking wings burst out of his back.
Oh yeah, and he's the demon,
and he's
demon
got-
lord.
He's got demonic power.
Yeah, demonic demon lord style.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I
and he's
love
just
that.
been laying low because he's been in that world a bit longer than the hero has.
Yeah, and it
there's
should
been-
only be like a half a year or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
but he's been about just a bit longer, and he's been laying the foundations because the demon lord was killed.
and he's been waiting.
But the demon, you know, there was history tells that the demon lord will come again.
See, I like it even better that he got there and actually killed the demon lord and took over him.
Yeah, or even
That he was
yeah,
a weak
yeah.
piece of shit, and
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
he was like, "You'd have won this easy."
Yeah.
So I decided to take his place.
Because there's an evil god, and he granted him all the powers.
Yeah, you see,
You know, and our hero can use all seven elements or types of magic.
this guy's got to have like more. I feel like he's got to have like darkness magic and
Yeah,
stuff
I feel like
that.
he's got to have 8.
Yeah.
Like, there's one hidden one that our hero, for some reason, can't do.
Yeah.
Because then somewhere down the line, the
No,
goddess is
he
gonna...
takes it from the god that sends him there.
Yeah. That
He's
god
just like,
gives him this specialized
extra
power,
one.
and then obviously our hero's gonna get in touch with goddess,
Yeah.
and he's gonna be like, "Look, I can't win. I can't beat this guy. He's got this other power that I can't do." And she's like,
Well, here you go.
"Well, actually, there's another power within you that you just haven't.
Yeah.
You haven't even touched."
And the
yet."
spell book should be part of it as well.
Yeah.
Like the guy burns his spell book or some
Well,
shit
she's
like
like,
that.
"Look at the last page of the spell book. You never went to the last page of the spell book." And he's like, "What?" She's like,
Yeah.
I put it on the last page.
Yeah, no, that'd be good.
That one type of magic you really needed." And he's like, "What?" And then when he goes back and he opens up the spell book, there's this fucking page that has this.
Angelic light.
Yeah.
It's got to be like proper blooming.
And it's like literally the fucking guy didn't read the whole book.
Yeah, should always be that he just reads the ones. He
Yeah.
just never got to the end of it.
No, because he's always distracted.
Yeah.
The girls. He
Yeah.
never gets to the end of his book.
Oh, and we should have it like every so often he goes to get to the final page and he's like, fuck. And then one of them jumps
He's
in or
literally
something
like, I
like
wonder
that.
how many spells are in this book, and then something happens, and like just every now and again he's
Yeah.
always going to get distracted. He's never going to.
There should be hints. There should be hints all the way along about that there's something.
Yeah, the girls
more.
go, "Oh, you always read that book, but you never finish it." And he's like, "Yeah, I never get
Yeah,
a
'cause
chance
of
to.
you
I never
guys."
get a chance to finish it." And then like a towel drops, and he's like, and then the book drops, and he's
Yeah.
like, "There you go, see."
Yeah, it should be something
Like
like that.
something stupid like that. But then Perfect Harem is always going to have these girls are going to try it on with him all the time.
All the time.
And I don't want to ignore that.
And I need my beach episode. I need my tavern episodes. I need my Ryokan episodes.
So Hot Spring,
Hot Springs,
Beach.
of course. Ryokan.
you're going to have a Hot Spring town episode. It's going to be like,
Yep.
we've got a mission in this town, and this town's known for having the best hot springs there. And he's like, yay. Hot Spring, beach, definitely beach. Tropical island.
Yeah.
He's got to go to like some distant island somewhere.
I think
By
there should
then
be
he's
more than
learnt,
one.
Like a fucking gate spell.
I
or
feel like
something.
that should be like an entire section.
Well,
Like
a
an
tropical
extra like
beach
6
thing.
episodes sort of thing.
OVAs.
Yeah. No, I'm just like 6 episodes of like the show go to these tropical islands.
Yeah. What else should he have? There's got to be a bad girl that he takes on, who then falls for him. A demon girl,
Yeah.
who then pops up every now and again.
Oh, and do you know what? I feel like the demon girls should be the demon lords, the one that he's killed, so, a daughter or something like that, because he'll come back at the end. Then she'll be back at the end.
Yes, because her father was killed by this new bad guy. So, but yeah, she pops up every now and again. He takes her out. He literally like she's doing something bad, not horrendously bad, but
Yeah.
she's doing something bad in a town. She's controlling the population.
Oh yeah,
Or
something like that.
Like she's seduced all the men in the village, like something like that, and they're
Mind
all
control.
basically slaves to her.
Mind control.
She's a,
Because-
a succubus.
Oh yeah, it's got to be a succubus.
She's got to be a succubus,
Has to be.
and she's controlling all the men.
Or a vampire. Vampire would do it as well.
Bit of both. Succubus, vampire. You could have both.
No, because I feel like we'll have both anyway in separate
he could.
episodes.
Yeah.
Like-
Oh yeah, he could take on different types of bathing monsters. as well.
100%.
And he's also got one himself
Yeah.
in his pie. But definitely a succubus, and she'll just pop up every now and again and try and tempt him, and he's always like, "Don't tempt me, you evil
Wench. Yeah.
wench!" Like, yeah. I know what
love
you're
it.
gonna do. You're gonna suck my power out of me.
Oh, come on, just a little bit. That'll be the end. Yeah, just a
power.
bit. Just a bit. No, stay away.
He wakes up and she's under the sheets, and he's like, "I told you to leave me alone," sort of thing.
All the other girls have got to come in.
Oh, 100%.
What are you doing with that evil monster?
Slight jealousy between them all.
100%.
But he's always about, no, I love you all equally. Like, you're all as equally precious to me as
I would touch you all up.
absolutely.
equally.
But they're all not keen on it, and then eventually they all come to a consensus where they're all like, "Look, we all want to marry you."
Yeah.
That sort
We've
of whole
decided-
trope thing.
And it
where-
should end like that as well, by the
Yeah.
way. The series should end like that. Because simple enough, it never happens. You never get that payoff at the end of the harem.
No, they all finally come to a conclusion that they're going to marry him. But then, right at the very end, not only do the fucking like 6 that he's traveling with do it, the twins do it.
Yeah.
The fucking succubus comes along
Yeah.
and goes, "Well, I want in on this."
Yeah.
And it basically ends with him going, "So I've got to marry like
10 of you.
15 of you,
Yeah.
or something like that," and they're all like, "Yes," and it ends.
Yeah. No, and then like cutscene like photos of him in like this little
15 different wedding ceremonies.
little cottage. No, just a little cottage with them all.
Packed
And like
in.
yeah.
They're all there.
That'd
He
be
wakes up
perfect.
and he's got this massive bed.
Bed. Humongous.
And they're all curled up all over the fucking
And it
place.
should end with like just him looking left and right in the bed and just like, yeah.
You asked me if I missed my old life?
Should break the
I
fourth
don't
wall.
miss my own life.
He should break the fourth wall. I love characters in harems that break the fourth wall.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he just sort
But
of...
you shouldn't know why he breaks the fourth wall. Because he wouldn't know that he's from
No, he
another
just
world.
says something. He just says something like,
Off
if you
cuff.
would have asked me if I like my new life, and then he just pans around, he's like, I love my new life. And that's it, and it just ends.
If you're wondering, yes, it did happen.
I mean, again, I don't want to, you don't want to make a hentai, but at the same time, I want to give my audience that this guy is getting
You know,
down.
no, that's why I said the fourth wall breaks are perfect, because then he can be able to be like, I know what I'm doing.
And I want to push the limits like Testament of a New Devil and stuff do, and
Yeah.
High School DxD.
Yeah.
Like, I want nudity.
Push the boundaries.
You know, I want him to grab breasts.
Yep.
I want you to be very much aware that this guy is getting down and dirty.
I've just thought
Like,
of like one of my favourite things would be like a fourth wall break would
just
be
do softcore.
yeah.
Just do softcore.
Yeah.
You don't have to give them full
Yep.
hentai,
Yep.
but do softcore
Yep.
where you clearly you are watching this guy make love to all these different women. Like, you're just not seeing it.
No, I just think like something funny, like where he falls into one of them and grabs their actual naked breasts, and then he turns to the camera and goes, "I loved this one moment." Just for that 1 second, and then he gets walloped off of it.
Until eventually they become susceptible to it all.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, it should be funny where he's like sitting there going, "No, you're twins. That would be
And
weird."
I do a whole episode where he goes on like 6 fucking separate dates
Yeah, no,
to
100%.
keep them all happy.
I like the idea of when he meets the twins, he's just like, "No, I could never, but twins," and looks at the camera. And then comes back to the actual conversation.
And you would have odd episodes where he goes off with these other female characters. So
Yeah.
like, he goes off on an adventure with the twins,
Yeah.
you know, and he forms a bond and a relationship with them. But obviously they don't join his party or anything. But
Yeah.
you're establishing another connection there. Like
Yeah.
the same with the succubus. So she comes along and steals him away in the night because she needs him for something. She's like, "You've got to help me." Like, and he's like, "Is this one of your tricks again?" And she's like, "No, I actually need your help."
No,
And,
I think
like,
like one of the funnier things would be like if he'd been like bound up by the succubus and been like captured,
yeah.
and then she's like, "I'm going to take all your mana," and he's like, "No, this is not the way I wanted to be sucked." Looking at the camera.
Well, you can have it where she's literally trying to steal his mana, and she's just like, and he's fine.
Yeah,
And she's like, "What the fuck is going?" And he's
because
like,
he hasn't got the mana there.
endless supply.
Yeah.
He's got an endless supply. He never runs out. The one special skill he had was that he would never run out of mana. That was that one bonus quality on top of obviously being able to cast the 7 different types of magic.
I
or
got a
whatever.
really funny thing that we should do with the succubus as well. Is that she keeps trying to drain his mana, but then gets fat. And she's like, "Look at me."
I think she just gets fucking powerful.
No,
She's just like, what is
I
going
think
on?
she should get fat. Where she's like, "Look at me, I'm hideous and horrible."
You could, yeah.
Because that would be hilarious. Because she'd be like, "Look at me now. What have you done to me? I've got wings on my wings."
I mean, you could, yeah, but you are. I mean, yeah. Then she'd have to disappear for a while and lose it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, she comes back like
Burn
a couple
it
of
all off by
episodes.
fucking firing off spells
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah. She's got this excess of fucking mana
Yeah.
that's just exploded her up. Like,
Yeah, I love that idea where she comes back like 3 or 4 days later, or like 3 or 4 episodes later, and it's just like, "Look at me now. Am I beautiful now?"
I think I'd have an episode with the Beast Girl where he talks to her about the whole episode is about her curse and them
I think they should.
They look for a cure.
I think they should fix it, and then she gets to choose.
Yes, this is it. They look for a cure. They
And she
find a
decides
cure,
to
but
stay.
she decides that she's more helpful to him as she is.
I don't think it should just be for him though either. I think it should be that she comes to the realization that she likes being this person anyway.
Yeah,
Like so
and
she
he
becomes comfortable.
he makes it very clear that he's like it's never bothered me.
Yeah,
that-
you
that
see,
you
I
were
like that.
this. Like, I think you're amazing exactly how you are, and then she's just like, then
Kick.
I don't want to get rid of this curse.
Kick.
Like,
I think she should get
she gets
embarrassed and kick him.
Yeah, absolutely. But then as he flies off, she's literally like,
You jerk.
yeah,
And loves it at the same time.
100%. Because
You've
he's
gotta
always
have
doing
that.
the right things.
He's
you know.
saying the right things.
He's always saying the right
and he
things.
should know that he's saying the right things as well. So when he's flying off, he's just like, yeah, I knew that'd work.
Definitely. And on the date episodes, there's tons of tender moments between them, where it's not just a comedy, harem,
Yep.
isekai, but there's an actual storyline here. There's betrayal. There's
Yeah,
twists.
drama.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's also some soft, tender moments between him and all his characters.
I was wondering where you were going with that soft, tender moments.
Well, and also I'm going to bring in some of that soft core, where
Okay.
where the audience member's actually going to turn around and be like, "Thank fuck, he's actually following up."
Of course he's going to follow up. That's the whole point. We've been
This
with this
guy's
episode.
not a fucking idiot, and he's not going to pretend that he doesn't know that all these women fancy him. He's literally very aware, and he does like them all.
I think you should kiss them.
You got to establish it 100%. You should kiss them. You got to establish it very early on to him when the second or third one joins the party and shows feelings for him. He then questions it because he's like, "Oh, I don't think this is right
In my
something-
world."
Well, no, because he doesn't know. But
Yeah.
he's like, something's telling me that it's not right.
Yeah.
Like, and then they turn around and go, "Oh no, it's really common here. Like, powerful people, powerful spellcasters
Get loads of women,
You
normally.
know, they have concubines. Like,
Yeah.
they have tons of women in their.
Yeah. I like that
They
idea.
marry multiple women.
Yeah, I like
And he
that
meets like another really famous adventurer who's got
He's
like
got
six
multiple women.
in his harem.
Should be old. He's got to be old.
He's older.
He's
Yeah,
got
definitely
just an
older.
old dude.
Like Paul from Mushoku Tenshin.
Old Paul.
Like Paul. Like Paul from Mushoku.
And he
where he's-
knows as
where
well.
He's an older guy. He's in his like 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
Clearly still a really like hench strong guy.
Yeah.
You know, but he's hung up his adventuring life. But he's moved into his own place. And he's got to go and speak to him about something. Like an old evil has arisen that this guy had taken out.
Yeah,
So
I like
he's going
that.
to go and get some information. But when he turns up to his house, there's multiple women like tending to the gardens and this, that, and the other. And he's like, "What the hell's going on here?"
No,
He's
he
like,
should go inside and a couple of them are naked. And he's just like, oh!
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. And he walks in with his
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 that he's with at the time.
Yeah.
And they get embarrassed, and then he's like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "What do you mean? This is normal. Like, I'm a famous adventurer. Of course, I have multiple wives."
Yeah, no, I love that.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and he looks to them and he's like, "Are you guys all right with this?" And they're all like, "Yeah, of course we are. Like, this is normal."
Yeah,
and
that's
eventually he's
funny.
like, "Okay, this is fine."
Yeah, no, and then it establishes like precedents for that world and that for the actual people that are watching it as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it should probably come along halfway through the first season.
Yeah, I said when he's collected 2 or 3, and
Hmm.
he starts to question whether it's okay for him to be with all of them because he's like, "I like all of them, but should I be choosing one? Like, is
Yeah.
it wrong for me to like them all?"
Yeah, I know, I like
And
that.
then you bring in this clarification for him, and he's like, "No, it's not wrong."
And
I
it
like
should
them all."
be like your creepy old uncle style that's like, oh, what about you, Missy? Would
No,
you like to
I
come
can see
join?
you're traveling with 3.
No, but he should hit on them as well.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, want me to take one off your hands?
Well,
Like-
if you don't want them, I'll them and take them off your hands for
And
you.
then he stands his ground with this guy. And he's
No.
He's like,
The ball one kicks him through the fucking ceiling.
I think he should stand up to him and be like, "No, they're mine." Like,
No, I think like that should come later. Like you should have that funny moment where he does that, and then later when he's like, "Well, if you don't want it," and then there's just like that anime moment with the like sparks between them, where he's just like, "Don't you dare!
100%, 100%.
I'm not finished yet,"
Yeah.
or something like that.
And they
He's
say,
like, "Well, if you
have him like a spar. They have a sparring
Yeah.
match or something." And all
Yeah.
of a sudden, he's like, because he's trying so fucking hard, he's actually holding his own against this
Yeah.
guy who used to be a famous hero.
yeah."
And
I think that would
and
be
everyone's
perfect.
shocked, like he's holding his own.
Yeah, And I feel like it should be like...
I'd even have it that the old famous hero turns to him and goes, "You're not from this world, are you?" And he goes,
Yeah.
What? What are you on about this
And he
world?"
holds back. I feel like he should be holding back as well, though.
And he's like, "You don't remember, do you? Do you know what? Never mind." And he
No,
just
no.
walks off.
Doesn't say, I don't remember. Just says, never mind.
Yeah.
And just
yeah.
leaves
"You're not
it.
from this world." He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Never mind, kid." And he just walks off, and the character's like, "What does he mean? I'm not from this what?" Like, because he's come from another world.
Yeah,
That maintains
but I
his
feel like
memories.
the harem of women should also be like, what were you on about to him? It's
Yeah.
like, nothing.
He's like, "Never mind."
Don't worry about it. And they're just like, oh, you never tell us anything. He's like, I'll tell you everything. I think he should be like our character who knows what he's doing as well.
100%. 100%. He's got all his memories from his old world. He knows it's wrong to have this, this collection.
Oh,
of
no,
him,
he
but
knows it's
He
right.
loves this new world
Yeah.
that he's in. You know, he's an ex-hero who took down the old demon lord. And,
Yeah.
like from fucking like God knows how long ago. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it should have been like from 30 years ago or 40 years ago.
yeah, when
And
he was
he's-
fresh-faced.
And I
new
feel
to the
like he
world.
should be able to turn around to himself when he leaves and he's like, well, this is the fourth one. And like, there's been multiple people come through.
Yeah, who failed.
No, that have won and are in this world but are like, were never as powerful as him.
That, or you have another name there that's one of the saints.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
have
so
these people
one of
that
the
are like,
saints.
yeah.
Or even the leader of the Saints
Yeah.
is another person who came from the world, but he went down a different path. He didn't want to become a hero. He wanted to become a saint and look after the world.
Yeah.
You know,
You
and
see.
he can do 5 of the elements.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? And then he'll meet him later on down the line.
Who
and
can
he's
do
like this,
more. And he's
And this
like,
guy's and this another person who turns to him and is like, "You do more than 2 elements. You're not from this world, are you?" And he's like, "You're the second person who said that. What does that mean?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it." And he
yeah,
just walks
just
out.
have it the same. Like,
Yeah.
have them constantly walk off
Yeah.
and just be like, don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. Come find me when you need me. And he just leaves.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what? What's going on?
100%
Like-
he's got to be there doing
and
all
one of the
that.
saints leans in and goes, "Yeah, he's very weird." It's, like his followers are all like, "Yeah, he does that sometimes. He's a bit odd."
He also goes off
And
sometimes.
he goes and sits in a chair and reads manga.
Yeah, goes off in his own world. He should be like, that'd be the best one. It's like he's not...
Pulls to like a basement.
Yeah, where he's like video games and shit
Yeah,
like that.
literally. Like he's created this like pocket universe.
No, it was one of the things he asked for from the gods.
Yeah, that was his special thing that he took from the gods. So
Yeah.
the other one wanted endless mana. So when he was died and he was spoken to, he was like, "Well, if this world does magic, the one thing I want then is an endless supply of mana."
Yeah.
Whereas this guy turned around and went, "I want to create a pocket universe that's really similar to my bedroom."
Yeah,
That's it.
because he should be like a proper weeb.
Yeah, 100%.
A proper weeb from the
100%.
old world. And he should be able to like go back to this world where it's huge. I think
Yeah.
he should be like a huge muscly saint in this world, and then he
Yeah.
goes to the pocket world. He's just like a small weeby guy.
Yeah, he just
It's
goes
just
back
like,
to his
oh, thank
normal.
goodness.
Yeah, he goes back to his normal form.
Rom-com games.
And
He's gonna be playing like dating
Sims.
sims and stuff
Nice,
like that.
reading manga and everything.
I love that.
And he's just sitting there and he's playing the game and he thinks about that and he's like, "I like that kid. He's all right."
Yeah.
Like that. And he's just playing his game and it's just like, okay.
And then he comes back and goes to like these massive ceremonies and stuff like that.
I like to think that like there's a scene in it where the saint guy meets up with the old adventurer as well, and they're both like, "Did you meet the new one?" And they're like, and
Yeah.
they're sitting at a tavern,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yeah, I did, yeah."
No, I think they should just bump into each other at some point.
Yeah,
Like
but they
what-
both know that they're from a different world.
But they
'Cause
should
they're
have.
both- they're both-
I think the older one would have met the saint guy,
Yes,
who then actually, I think the old guy who's
the old guy came
adventurer-
first, then the saint guy
Yeah.
came, then we'll have another one. Come
No,
along
no,
or
no. I
something.
think that should be it. One every 20 years or something like that has to
something like-
defeat a
okay,
demon lord.
Yeah,
You see, I
yeah.
like that
And
idea.
then they choose to do whatever they want. So the old guy chose to settle down with his harem,
yeah.
whereas the saint one was like, "No, I'm going to create this order of saints, and I'm going to protect,
to protect
the world." Yeah.
So we don't have. No, I think that should be even better as well because he should be like, yeah, I can see a problem with so many like heroes coming in constantly. I'm gonna create this order so we don't have to have all these heroes coming in because they're just gonna mess up the world, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, he tries to be a proper, like, nerd about it. He's like, no, this is going to ruin everything if loads of people turn up.
Yep. And the old guy's just like, just give it a rest.
Yeah,
Like-
he's just like, just be happy. Dude, you could have had all of this, and he, like, points to his house, but you chose that. And it's just, like, a load of guys in white robes.
Yeah, literally, like, yeah. You chose to study magic. So the first hero, his unique skill was like he's a master with all weaponry or something. That was the thing that he asked for. Or he asked for a godly weapon.
No. I like the idea that he asked for incredible charisma or something like that.
Or he asked for the most powerful harem.
Yeah.
So it's not actually him that's the most powerful in his
Powerful
party.
guy.
It's all his wives that live around the house.
No, he should be powerful, because
Yeah.
else they wouldn't join up with him.
No. Well, yeah, no, of
But,
course.
like, he should 100% be
Charisma and a powerful harem.
Yep.
Were the two things that he asked for.
He asked for the power of charisma.
Yeah, to talk powerful people into joining him.
Yeah, 100%.
That's it. So actually, secretly, his entire harem, and the saint mentions it to him at the fucking while they're sitting at the table, and he's like, "You do realize that you literally, you didn't even take down the demon lord. It was
All
your
of the rest
wives.
of them.
It was literally your wives." And he's like, "Yeah, I know."
Yes, it was.
And
No,
he
he
just
should
sips
just
his
be like,
drink.
yes, it was. And what a day it was. Like, something like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like whenever the women enter the room with the saint clams up, because he's still a weeb.
And as he takes a sip, he's like, "How's your weeb cave?"
Yeah.
It just ends.
Yeah, so he knows that he's
He
like,
knows that he's got a weeb
how'd you
cave.
find out about
Yeah,
that?
and
He
it just
changes, like...
And the other guy spits out his drink, and he's like, "Who told you?" And it just cuts.
I have my ways.
I like that too.
No. Or like the season before, he's like, you dropped this, and he's just got like a manga book.
Yeah. He's like, "Where did you get that?" Don't
And it's
worry
got to be
about
like
it.
smutty manga
He's
as
just
well.
literally like, "Never you mind."
It's got to be smutty manga as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's got to be
definitely.
like proper fluid.
They're like your background comedy relief. You got the super serious saint guy,
Yeah.
and then you got this jokey, charismatic old fucking hero who pop up every now and again just for a bit of comic relief as well, and just
Yeah.
a bit of like.
But I
poking
just
fun.
think the heroic saint guy should be like completely terrible with women.
Yeah, he's stoic. He's really like magic focused,
Yeah.
and like my saints are gonna save the world.
Until women turn up, and then he's like, "Oh god!"
Yeah, and he melts.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
should melt completely. in
Yeah,
front of them.
100%. Is there anything else we want to add to our magical world?
No, I'm pretty certain I like the idea of our harem at the moment.
I think I like it, and the ending where they literally he just marries every
Yeah.
single one of them,
I think that's the perfect
and there's
ending.
just cutscenes of him living a life with them all.
And then the next person turns
And
up.
I was gonna say, and then the whole thing ends like season 2, 3, however many seasons you want to do of it, however many you got greenlit for.
Yeah.
It literally ends with another hero turning up, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's just how it ends.
I love that idea.
And on that note, it's time for us to chuff off. If you've got any questions or queries, or just want to see what we're up to, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at How Not to Summon, or join our Discord at How Not to Summon a Podcast, or go to our link tree to find all our links, or go to our YouTube to watch all our juicy vids. I've been the god of Harem, Sheeny Senpai,
I've been the god of story making, Jim.
and Grayson isn't here.
Yep.
See you later, guys.
Unlucky for him. See ya.